this idea that we get emotionally worked up based on either tribe or religion is not going to take anybody anywhere. And I totally agree with forefathers. Whether you think that it's America or it's England, the fact of the matter is that some of us, we use the same mouth to say that it's the white people that put us together. And we are complaining that they are the ones that caused the problem. But now we are now happy that they are the ones that will come and solve the problem. That sounds like people are not thinking. But I'm not also saying, look, if you ask me, and I think I've said this, my personal opinion on this matter is that I'm happy with this development. Because you people would not agree or say it, but the fact of the matter is that I know how many people have been killed in the north, not just in Plateau State. If you take Zamfara, for instance, or you talk Boko Haram, for instance, the number of people that have been, I have lost an uncle. I have lost a very dear friend. So this thing is not something far away from me. It's something that keeps happening. I've had to leave Zamfara and leave work I was actually doing because of the insecurity. This is real for me. I live here in this country. It's real for me. So I'm happy if this development will make the government to sit up, because I know they can do it. They can do it. What they need is that pressure. But again, even when you look at it, during the Second World War, UK was happy that America entered the war, isn't it? France was happy that US came to liberate them. I'm not going to buy that straight line argument that, okay, America will not put troops here. They will not. I'm not that stupid. Okay, I'm not scared for any reason. Okay, so let people not think that, oh, a Muslim, no, it's not like that. Let's have a very intelligent discussion. That's all I'm saying. And maybe Ovie should be given the chance to land. I cede my balance of time to him. Thank you.
You can hold that. I need to speak because I haven't spoken. So
okay. What I'm saying is that he should not speak now, but when he's speaking, add my balance of time to his time.
Not a problem, sir. I agree with you on that. So, Mr. Moderator,
and Oti, you should go and take some wine or something that will cool you down. You are behaving out of sync.
All right, so I don't want to go back and repeat myself.
All right, go ahead, and after that, I will come to Oti.
Okay, Master, well spoken. You have always been a rational person. This is not trying to blow your trumpet unnecessarily. What I'm going to right now is forefathers, and I need to just be honest with it. Like what Masker said, and I'm happy he brought in that issue of that in the second.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I need to mute somebody. That's where the noise is coming from.
Well, he has muted himself.
So I'm happy. You see, the fact is that when we have a cool head and decide to have a rational conversation, you see people begin to make sense. I love what Masker just said. He said, the US is not going to come and place boots on this country. I said so yesterday. But then sometimes when how do you put that in physics? When something is in a state of what's it called? You need something to ginger it up, get it out of that state of inertia.
When it's in the state of inertia.
Exactly. Thank you. You need it. And that is what this American policy seems to want to do for us. Nobody in his right thinking mind wants America to place a boot on this land. Let's say that. But where I'm going to with forefathers, I'm totally disappointed. First and foremost, you're not the one running the show. When you're running the show, you don't take prisoners to people who just jump in. You jumped into this show and started talking. That's KJ's business, but let me just call it out for what it is. It's KJ. Since KJ wants that to happen, if I'm running the show, I'd have thrown you out. You can't just jump into a show and then control everything. That's disrespect. You did that right here. So I'm going to call that out. Number two is, I find it strange.
He's a man without rules.
I find it strange for someone who's a moderator. You come here, you have a platform to speak. You now go to this section where people put pseudo names. Some people are 10 names there. Same one person writing shit. And then you go join them and you're gaslighting or your fellow Nigerians. You're gaslighting your fellow Nigerians to say it is Southeasterners. That I hope Southeasterners will not be offended if 1.4 billion or whatever numbers you're throwing out there. You need to stop some of those things. This is very, I find it very basically an annoying that you're doing stuff like that. Say your views here in front of everybody. Don't go there and go gaslighting people. It should be beneath you by now. There should be certain things you shouldn't be doing anymore because you are a moderator. You don't see, what is his name, Rudolph, going to that section to go be typing away and saying bullshit. So if you don't think it's beneath you, it should be beneath you. And I'm surprised and ashamed that you don't think it's beneath you to be doing that kind of thing you did right now. So that's what I want to call out. There is nothing new I'm going to say. Like I have said it before, America will not place any boot on this land. Go and write it down. Secondly, if this is what we need to wake us up, people are dying every day. You cannot be happy about it. If our leadership was responsible, they would have stopped. They would have said to themselves, we can't let our people be dying. Then they will stop it. But for the fact they have decided to play the ostrich, people are happy with power. People are happy with the benefits and the trappings that come with power. But they don't want to take responsibility and act like adults in the room. Then let another adult somewhere come and put them in their place. If that's what it takes, I'm in support of it. That doesn't mean I'm supporting that Nigeria should be decimated. I've said it here. Let me repeat it one last time. The Nigerian governance, the Nigerian government, whether it is Tinubu's own or people before him, they give room for conspiracy. They give room for all manner of things that happen in Nigeria. If our leadership is responsible, we will not be under this kind of circumstances we're finding ourselves. But they have created it, so they should live with it. Because at the end of the day, average Nigerian doesn't really care. What the average Nigerian wants is a level playing field, peace for him to go about his businesses. Whether he's traveling from Sokoto to Port Harcourt or wherever it is, that's what he wants. We're tired of people traveling and they get kidnapped in the middle of the road. So it is not America that is causing Nigeria's problem. It is Nigerians that have chosen, for whatever reasons best suited to them, to create the kind of circumstances happening in Nigeria. Period. And with that, I bow.
Thank you so much. I was just waiting for you to end. Okay, here's what we'll do. I have a lot of people behind the stage. So, gentlemen, I would also like volunteers.
No, KJ, you can take me out. I have a paper to deliver tomorrow morning. So good night, everybody, please. You can take me out and bring other people. But please remember to give my time to OVA.
And that time is now.
No, Alan Masker. Thank you so much. Yes, okay, it's not your turn. Let me take. Hold on, I'll give you.
I suppose we'll go before you. Remember, I mean, let's come here.
Hold on, Ovie, you are my friend. I said it's not your time. Relax. Yes, One Africa. Can you go ahead?
Thank you, everybody. I'm sorry about the way I came across. These things, I don't behave like this. Everybody knows I try to be respectful. I don't agree with many people, but I try to, stand by the truth. Yesterday, Forefathers was moderating the show, and he was very biased. His bias could be seen that even as not being the moderator, he was muting me. I was having a back and forth with Maska, but he was muting me. He was not muting Maska. And this is Nigeria. This is a Nigeria where I had to score, like maybe 350 to get into a place where he probably scored 50 to get into. This is the same bias and the same privilege people have. Maska speaks very slowly. I don't have that gift, right? He speaks very softly. And look, he's from the north. We appreciate him for being here. It's actually very refreshing to have his opinion, but he shouldn't come without any questioning. Like, he can't just say whatever he wants and then we just clap and just lay before him. I've had people who talk about him and say, oh, you people have enjoyed power. You people, when people say that, it's actually offensive. Like, people talk about him as if he's maybe one Saxon, Anglo-Saxon, Nordic guy who is here to bless all of us. And I know Father worships him and worships, people like AY, but you still have to grant, and this is not funny, because in this platform, when people air their opinion, they give them labels. And Chim just called out one of the labels. Forefather was on the show. He's talking about Southeasterners. He's an Igbo denying his heritage, which is fine. You can deny and deny, and we talked about that. But you can't just continue to insult people. And, and this is unacceptable. And people have to call BS when BS is there. You may not like what people say, but this is have your say. You be patient, and let people speak. Yes, if I had told forefathers yesterday, wait, let me speak, forefather would throw me out of the show. But Maska is here telling KJ to wait, let him speak. You wait, let me speak. And forefather is muting me so Maska can speak. What's going on? This is why, and now, the call for Nigeria now is for everybody to be patriotic. Oh, we are one people, get Mecca, Anyoko, get these people. And no, you just can't wake up in the morning and say we are one people. We're not. We want to be. I would like all of us to, there's a feel when you see a black person in New York, in London, in Australia, and you feel there's a nod. But in Nigeria, when you feel you have that feeling, but whenever you get to Nigeria, there's segregation. Why are we here? Why do you think people like Maska are still in Nigeria? Because if you bring Maska to where I am, there's no competition. But of course, he gets ahead and he stays in Nigeria and enjoys whatever privilege is enjoying. And then whenever I come to Nigeria and people say, oh no, let's just pretend we are one. No. And I agree with Chim. I don't think Trump is going to bring American soldiers to Nigeria. But at least this shake-up is good. At least let people decide, hey, you're my neighbor, by the way. We could be, maybe I'll need you at some point. Someone mentioned on X today, one of the Americans, that they are suggesting to use Port Harcourt at his base. Last week I told forefathers who owns Port Harcourt, and he was crying. Look, do you think the choice of Port Harcourt is a mistake? Of course, they know if they come into Port Harcourt, the gates will be opened. Why? And you say, oh, those people are not good patriots. People are saying Obi should say something. Obi that you people took his land in Lagos. Nobody said anything. People that can't vote in Lagos, people that in Abuja, if they open their shop, they get shut down. People who their properties were labeled abandoned property. And forefather said his parents are living in one of those abandoned properties that they stole. And is this not hurting? Someone mentioned yesterday that if your family member had died in Benue, well, people like that pastor that comes here, well, apparently he's hiding in America. If your family member had died there, had passed away in Benue, you wouldn't be speaking like this. What we're saying is, we don't want any foreigner to take over our country, but our country needs a reset. And I thought that's why we are all here every day, to say the leadership of our country is not getting it right. KJ mentioned the inequality again, about some people, losing their lives in Edo State. And the governor of Edo State went to Kanu to go and essentially bow before people in Kanu. And when the same thing happens, nobody says anything. I thought all lives are equal. And you know why it pains me? The only people is like, do you think you can shut down? Nigeria stands on 3 legs. You can't shut one of them down. Even if those people are not getting a face shake, we continue. Even if these people don't get anything, they're going to continue to speak. Well, like 70 million or something. How much is Ghana? What are you? Are you people out of your mind? Papa, that you think you can shake a whole tribe down? Who are you? You need to get some respect. And nobody should be shutting me down on this program, whether AY or Maska, and I don't care whatever privilege anybody's trying to give them. I don't even want to know. Maska should say his bit. and I will say my bit. I'll respect him. He doesn't need to agree with me. I don't need to agree with him. You know, whenever this issue of genocide is mentioned, Masca pivots to what's going on in Zamfara because it suits his narrative, and nobody picks that up. He just wants to say it's the same government narrative. Oh, it's Muslims mainly that are being killed, are being buyed. But who's doing the killing? Nobody wants to talk about, oh no, I lost somebody. I had to leave Zamfara. It's a pivot. And we know what this thing is. We are Africans. We're going to, well, if they come, all of us are going to be in trouble. But look, we're already in trouble anyway in the
All
East. Right. So what do we have to do? Thank you.
Thank you so much. I want to say this as a media person. If Muslims are being killed the same way that the Christians are being quiet, we will see the videos. This is the modern world. The world is modern now. There's no how you can tell me that, 10 people will be taken down and nobody among them have any video or have any camera phone to even take a shot of the ceremony going on. It doesn't happen anywhere. And I'm part of those people. If you want to know my true color, I'm part of the people who train those people in those communities on how to do videos with their phones. And this was as far back as 2006. So let nobody come and deceive anybody here. Those communities that I'm talking about are Christian communities. I say it again. They are Christian communities. So whether they are in Zafra or they are in Jigawa and all that, they are Christian communities. They take them out and they put their people in there. And I'm making effort to bring people who are on ground as these things are going on now to come to this program. By the grace of God, between now and the next 2 weeks, you have some of them who are on ground to come here and speak. This is not a play. 50,000 people is not a joke, for crying out loud. It's not a joke. Listen, when we talk, it's like we are citing the Christians. No, the Muslims are Nigerians. They've not done me anything. I lived in North all the times I've been there. I lived in North all my life. They are some of them are my best friends, and we're still friends with them. Some of the videos I have here, if I play it, they will censor this place. They come from people on ground. They come from those people on the ground.
KJ, in April.
Before you speak, just to as at yesterday, 12 people are still being killed. I have the pictures here. 12 were buried in Plateau State. So what are we saying? Is that what we want for ourselves? Because we want to keep an image that is not correct? Nobody stops the government from doing what they need to do. And nobody has even stopped them from doing what they need to do. But telling this story and trying to change the narrative that is not true, is that the way we are going to solve the problem?
Oh, we are so bothered about sovereignty. Hypocrites in the highest order.
I don't want to get emotional because these are human lives, for crying out loud. These are human beings. They're not statistics.
KJ, KJ, I wanted to say that in 2018, precisely April 30th, Buhari went on a state visit to the US. That was when Trump was in his first term. And one of the things that Trump said to him is this whole same issue of killings of Christians. He said, if you play the video, if you look for the video, you will see it. So 2018 up till now, we're still talking about the same thing, and it's gotten worse. So it's very, very clear that the government hasn't done what it's supposed to do. And there shouldn't be any dispute about that.
All right. You know? Thank you, Tony. I know you have not spoken, but let me go to Pablo, who is trying to kill me before I come back to Jagun. And then eventually Godfather.
It's not when you wear. All right. It's not when you wear suit.
No, I just want it gives me a effective believe that I'm doing a good job, even though you've not ever done a good job.
I don't know why you all right, go ahead. Today. So
yes,
now.
Go ahead, Pablo.
Bob Marley said something. Bob Marley said, "We only know what they teach us." He also went ahead to say, that we need to emancipate ourselves from mental slavery.
But I'll
So
take a
that,
prayer.
I know will take you serious as far as you get that opebble or this thing for your back. That opebble we know what you do. I will not take you serious. You emancipate yourself from slavery because that's why you hear me correct. No verse, moderator. I've been seeing you since. I don't want to talk, but now I want to tell you for your face. That opebble of this thing you put for back. That guy no be human being. Come on that poster, then I will take you serious. You're talking about emancipating ourselves from mental slavery. Person where they force people where they wear a Tinubu cap. I better go sit down there, Joe. Sorry, guys.
Jefferson, thank you for recognizing His Excellency. May your days be long. He's man of the moment. So he said, until we emancipate ourselves from mental slavery, that is the only way we can trick them to still believe that all we know is what they teach us. And there's this common phrase, right? That the revolution will not be televised. What that phrase is speaking to is still that emancipation of mental slavery, because that thing will take place in your brain, so it cannot be captured by any camera. That's exactly when people come out, they talk, say, oh no, just they blame the other country. What about the Indians? What about the Chinese? What about the Brazil? That's intellectual laziness. It's because you refuse to emancipate yourself, go and study, not just only what they teach you. Gandhi revolution was successful because that emancipation took place in their brain. He went back to the village and began to teach them the revolution. All he did was to say, don't comply anymore. They no go work, they no say yes, they don't say man. Nothing, everybody just give up on the system that was built to oppress them. Guess what? That system collapsed. Why are we complaining? Other people know they complain. You never hear the 100 years of humiliation by the Chinese. What do you think they are talking about? It was because foreign countries and nationals were in there destroying the economy with drugs. British was the highest culprit. The Americans, the Dutch, they were out there. Revolution everywhere. People were going against the system because the system to them allowed foreign nationals to come and humiliate them. That's complaining on their own part. And that is what is propelling them today. But our faith not be the same. When they colonize us, the only thing they did not take from us was our life. The story of Americas is not like that. Before the arrival of the Columbus, there were over almost 15 million people in the Americas. By the time America get independent, there were less than 20,000 people. They wiped out. The Asia, the Chinese, their fates were different. The only thing they took away from them was their economy. That's why their rising is different from our own. We need to ask ourselves, who are we? Because this is not who we are. That's why they argue about the genocide that is happening in our own land. For what reason? For what is on that land. The only way they can get access to it cheaply is to drive the people away, which is the short term. The medium term is to come and invest in their corporation of humanity. You might say America don't need them, yes, but their ally need it. There's a reason when they are preparing for war, you have to go with Allah. How do you feed those people when the French people are being stripped out of their colony? But today, our president, they go back and forth. They will not act, could not think beyond what we see on TV. All of us saw the Germans are having energy deal with us because they were stripped of Ukraine, just so they can concentrate on what is at heart, Third World War. But we cannot reason beyond our understanding what we see on TV. You say, will they complain? Tell me one protest that was organized in Nigeria that was successful, and I'll tell you how it was. It was backed by the Western corporation and everything. Those that is not successful, ask yourself, why? Why all of a sudden would they announce protest before we start them? Why were Passenger the brag say he was able to get the West to forgive debt? Nobody asked him why. He has to open our security architecture for them. So you wonder why things no they happen. Buhari also have to go into agreement to bring the America into the anti-Boko Haram movement. If not, they no go sell bullet for them. Why? So that made them they expose how they want to counter them. Somebody come on a national TV, a CIA agent, they tell us they had to beg the American CIA for them to accept us as for them to trust Buhari. We are bragging. We not question ourselves. If the American CIA can allow you to come outside to open your mouth without any consequence, what does that tell you? It's not about waiting we see on TV. Now be everything. China know the complete China. We don't understand their history. So it's all about, they don't care about what they want to use you do. Yeah, robot that can do your job this day. Computer compute past your brain. They don't need you. They need what is on your land. It might not be for their immediate consumption, but these people, they are working to set the next 100 years agenda. That is what is happening. Through ideology, they fight for your land. You could not question why. Who is going to benefit at the end of the day? It's not me and you. There's a reason why all this is happening. It's not just happening. So when person they try draw the conclusion, it's not to complain, so that you go understand who to actually attack as your problem. It might be your principal for school, now be the #1 agent. Prove me wrong that your pastors that you will trip to with so many millions, they are not agents of the West. They are not telling you waiting with the plan and waiting with no the plan. You don't have to agree with all this. But if we are so smart, why couldn't we figure us all up in today? I mean, the fact that people will come, they open mouth, they talk. We are not living in an isolated world. All these things happen for every other country.
Okay.
Any country that is doing well against the Western elite, nationalize their resources. There's a reason why me and you, if you analyze the politics of the China, so the Americans, they don't know. If they know, say you and AJ, they take you out.
All politics. I have a question for you.
All right.
The question I have for you is this: is there any endeavor in this world that you engage in that doesn't have opposition and a very negative press, this thing that presses against your power of initiative? In other words, if you are building a business, is there nothing negative that will stop you from getting to your zenith? If you are living a life, is there not something not trying to stop you to get your zenith? How come for us, these things that others have been able to surmount, for us it is impossible, almost impossible for us to do the same thing? Why? And don't tell me the argument are going to throw that it's built to happen this way. I agree with your analysis, and we all know.
Answer you now.
Okay, go ahead.
Because for you to ask that question, you didn't listen to understand, you listen to argue. As you did.
No. Argue with you. I'm trying to let.
Hold on, I'm gonna answer you. As you did so today, if they call you for your village, make you come be counselor for your world, right? Everything you need to bring your idea to bear. Come with your family, will you?
I no go.
You see, that is the compromise I'm telling you about. Because they have.
Listen, bros, hold on. You asked me a question. It's not a yes or no. Everybody have what your vision for life is. You cannot come to go and become a. Hold on. You cannot come to go and become a chief in my community now. And I didn't see myself in that throne. I go and be because you call me and everything is going to be available for me. I'm not that kind of person. If I was so, I would have been APC government because I can be there also.
Hold on. I asked you that question to actually, if you understand what us being compromised by Western elite is all about. If we don't go feel good because they've given you a comfort place. You understand? You don't already see how you go to become millionaire tomorrow. It's visible. So of course, you don't forget saying that developing country with day. What is your own contribution? That is why the idea when people go come here and go say Rosa Park, MK or all those bullshit. No, thousands lose their life. That is the contribution. There's a reason the textbook will not point them out. So that because they know the only way to do it is by organizing. That's when somebody is teaching his body because it takes time. That is what organizing is all about. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. So they, when all our leaders from primary school to presidency all have their wealth and their allegiance in the West, who are they to go against their own Western interests? They keep their interests before your own.
So that is, we have come back to the same thing I'm saying, Ovie. You are speaking for, so I'm trying to not say.
You now, a nation is built by individual sacrifice. You cannot make the sacrifice, but you are expecting your president to do the same thing. Are you more Nigerian than him, or is he more Nigerian than you?
No, you are making a mistake here.
Before you couldn't do it.
No. You are making a mistake here.
If governor, you will accept that.
No.
Go ahead, ask the question.
All right, thank you so much. Now they have said that, and I know that Jagun listened to you very well. Maybe Jagun is at the same wavelength with you. I am not at that wavelength. Hold on, bros.
Wait, now I want you to sign off. I challenge anybody where they listen today. I'll put it before anybody. Our institution, like our economy, our constitution, our architectural structure is not designed. It's designed to serve global capital interests, not our national sovereignty.
I agree with you. I agree with you. But the question now be, you have the environment in which you are living. You recognize this. If you, and hold on, Ovie, listen to me. If you, not occupying the government position, can understand this much, I think those who have more information than any one of us here even know the same thing. Will it take our ancestors to wake up and come and change the policy, or it is the people who are living right now in the land? That's
when we have compromise among us. There's a reason.
No, now listen. There will always be compromise, even in a most developed world. The people will have compromise. Jagun, come into discussion before I go to further. What is your take?
So let's accept our responsibility. It is not a common for the whole nation to rise against good Lord Jonathan, from Oba to pastor to students. That's not normal. It is because me and you gave them voice. We amplified the Western interests against our own interests. If the reason they support person who knows how to speak English be that, I will not vote for my interest again.
Hold on. Okay, thank you. Jagun, please make your entry, sir.
Good evening, and thank you. If I can take a little bit of time, I want to start with something in terms of cleaning house, especially to do with the moderators. The moderators are very important and are respected amongst the panelists, and they should understand that. But the moderators are proper misbehavior. They misbehave a lot, especially Forefather, but I would include you as well, KJ. The other day, Dr. Damages was running the show, and you were actually the person moderating. I don't know if you recognize that you were doing that a lot during that show. Just yesterday, I think it was. Forefathers has no rules. He has no rules, and he doesn't do a complete job of moderating. Sometimes he has a really good time with moderation. And we, as panelists, we tell him that you've done well today. But as soon as there's a critique, he can't take it. He can't handle it. But he behaves especially badly. Many times, he unmuted me yesterday for no reason. He plays around like it's a joke. You understand? And he hides his identity and all the rest. Me personally, I don't respect that. I respect none of that. So that's the first thing I want to say, just to put my 10 pence into that arena. The second thing I would like to speak about is the complexity of what's happening right now in terms of what America, Trump, and the complexity of our own Nigerian state of affairs. What Ovie said, from what I picked up and understood, I tend to have some agreement in that If you, as an individual, are prepared to sacrifice something in order for Nigeria's development, then you're just a pig like every other Nigerian. You're just a pig, P-I-G. And there are many people who come to this panel, they're just pigs. They have nothing real to say apart from the complication of their narrative. They don't want truth. They don't want justice, which is what the Nigerian constitution is all about. No truth, no justice. And we glean, many of us glean to this sense of bad behavior. In this life, there is sacrifice. As we, sometimes I just try to bring things down to basics. In the truth that life will tell each individual. If you're working hard at school and you're successful in your studies, it's more likely that you do well in life, in your work life, at least in your work life. If you do poorly at school and you enter into life, I think the pursuit of money may become difficult for any individual. And we know how central money is to life in itself. So my feeling is that, look, Nigeria's been the way it is for so many years. Some would say 40, some would say 60. I'll put it to you that Nigeria's the way it is because of the people in Nigeria, you and me. You and me. The way we want to point the finger over there and blame somebody else all of the time, like we're not involved, it speaks of our lack of capacity as human beings and as people who tell themselves that they are citizens of a nation. You have to claim your own citizenship right now. Nigeria is not a place that will give you citizenship. It's not. We have to stand up for it. Anytime I see protests in Nigeria, they really do look like fake protests compared to when I see anywhere in the world where they are protesting. Those people are out on the streets for real. We saw Tanzania a couple yesterday and such. We've seen Tanzania. We've seen Bangladesh. We've seen Nepal. We've seen all these places now. They're not joking. They're not joking. We are jokers. We're jokers, man. You have to be ashamed of the Nigerian how can I put it? The Nigerian human constituency. You have to be ashamed of it because it shows no power. It shows no dignity. All it shows is, it's your fault all day long. Is that what you're going to be saying? It's the Igbos. It's the Yorubas. All day long. Is that where our narrative is? All day long. Are we stupid? I keep saying it because I can't help saying it. We act like stupid people. Yet we know we are not. And this is the complexity in everybody's mind upon this panel. We have to understand that we behave stupidly. We have to understand and appreciate it, that we behave in a stupid way. It's only when we go to somebody else's country that we'll be trying to behave correctly. The bus drivers in London who are Nigerian, of Nigerian stock, they are worse than any bus driver of anyone else, which is the people who grew up here and understand how things, the grain moves. They know how to give leeway. They know how to give some dignity. They know how to offer assistance. And the Nigerians will, it's all about the rules. We are going to follow the rules to the hill. All of a sudden, you that came from Nigeria, a place that has no rules. This is our man, forefather. He exemplifies what it is to act without responsibility or without rules, without fairness, without a way of making sure you carry people along. Your own narrative is the most important narrative. You are always right because somehow God gave you the mouth to speak about everything. It's ridiculous attitude. Ridiculous. Who do you think is going to respect that? Me? Anyone else on this panel? We don't respect it. It's a lot of times, forefather, I'm sorry, forefather, to be calling your name like this, but I have to. You speak as though you're the only one with common sense. You speak as though, and maybe we all do it, I don't know, but you're a moderator. And your job is to carry people along, carry the conversation along, read the room. Read the room so that the conversation is healthy. But I don't know that you take that responsibility. The responsibility that you take is I must speak after everybody must speak, so my point of view comes across the most, which I'm afraid, KJ, you do quite a bit in yourself. I'm always saying that, look, man, we have to look in the mirror. We are the ones who are spoiling our nations. We. And anytime I sit down here and just listen to people, I think, look at this mess. Look at this rubbish. How are we going to sort anything out with the way we speak about each other? So now, we are now happy to take on a foreign claim to what's going on in our land. And we are listening to this edict as though we don't understand the point of view of the Americans. Americans don't care about no Christianity, no Muslim. They don't care. They don't give a damn. But we, with our desperation for somebody else to do our job, our work, the work that we have to do, for us to be happy, let's be happy with the American stance on our nation. We're a disgraceful lot. We're disgraceful. We are disgraceful. We can't sort out our problem. We're waiting for a big boy America to come and help. Now, when America come and help, and then we find ourselves in another complex because we're desperate and we don't know how to think. The world is in turmoil. The whole world is about being captured. The whole world.
So, this is my
about
question,
being captured.
my question to you, Jagun. As at the last count, 57, I think they say it's 60 something now, but 57,000 people has been quiet. So we should allow that to continue so that we don't take in a foreign advice to end this horrible nightmare.
That's your question. That's your question. As well, I understand you, sir. That is your question. It is not my question. My question is, why aren't me and you doing more about the rubbish that's going on in Nigeria? Why do we have to wait for America? That's my question. When these people were being paid, as you put it, what were any of us doing? Did any of us go to March when all this wait, please. Did any of us go to March when all this madness started in Maiduguri in 20, wherever it was? When people were dying in that part of the world, none of the people in the South gave a damn. We didn't give a damn. We only gave it the further we saw it coming south. Now it's in our backyard. All of a sudden we give a damn. And then we start shouting, right, that's not how to behave. That's not how to behave in a nation. That's not how to behave, I'm afraid. You're behaving like a coward. You don't seem to understand. That's cowardice. And then you're calling upon Big Brother America to come and help. That's cowardice. I grew up in a country here. I had big brothers. None of them will come and fight for me, especially if it's my age mates that were trying to bully me. None of them came. They would never come to fight for me if it's my age mates. That's the policy of my family. Deal with me. So what did I have to do? I had to deal with them. All these things are growing pains. We learn from growing.
Who is dealing
Well, it seems to me
who is dealing with them?
One more question to you, and I'll
Pardon? Pardon?
Sorry,
What did you say?
I said, who? Okay, he said, well, why don't you have to do it? How are we doing it by ourselves? How are we managing it?
My brother, listen. The way I see Nigerians, they're managing themselves very poorly because of their psyche. The Nigerian psyche is to try and behave like Oyinbo when we are not Oyinbo. So our complexity, it exacerbates. We are not Oyimbos.
All right, let's
What's the matter?
No, Jefferson, stop. Jefferson, stop. All right, Father, I want to take you.
No, it's not that he should stop. He has his complexities as to what I'm saying, which is fair enough. But I'm saying to Jefferson, my brother.
Your time is run out. Thank you. Father.
And you were going to ask me a question. You should examine what I'm saying, as nobody else is saying it like I'm saying it. Everyone has their own point of view. Each mind is complex. If you, KJ, let me put this to you, KJ. If you would prefer the Americans to be the arbiters of our future, and you think that they have our best interest at heart, is that a position that you really take, given Nigeria's complexities?
Right now I'm between not talking because you say I'm talking as a moderator. I should moderate. So I don't know why you asked me a question now.
I'm speaking to you. No, that's unfair. I'm speaking to you.
Nobody's invited to be arbiters. That's
okay.
That's not the question.
All right, not a problem. Nobody wants a foreign troop on ground, but if that's going to stop 50,000 people from dying, I'm all for it. Mr. Forefather, go ahead.
Yeah, may all my detractors live long lives and happy lives. I hope they
see you become the Prime Minister of England.
I hope they get to see what they want in life. I don't have any gripes against them. It's all right. When I sit here calling for the protection of lives of our people, I'm valuing every single strand of hair. People call me crazy and too observant of advocating for security, national security. That look at my listing. I always remind myself of that. If you have a problem, that is the problem of your nation. And when I advocate it, a lot of you challenging me. Oh, no, don't bother about it. Now, foreigners are coming to use their national security apparatus to correct your system for you that you people prevent us from doing because you think we are unworthy of doing it ourselves because we are not perfect. America loses 40-something thousand people every year due to gun violence. And we are talking about how many years of insurgency we have lost 50-something thousand. And that same country is coming to correct us now. And we are very happy. Is something not wrong with us? Because somehow I'm the one that sit here feeling very bad for parents that have to stand on school fences where their children have been abducted from. Now you guys scared when they want to come and kill us. Something is wrong with us, seriously. And given our history, I'm surprised. We know history and we still want to repeat it anyway. It happened, men. Scary. This is really scary. For me to be observing it happen in real life, it is weird. It's really weird. You intellectually know something, but you don't react that way. Is that not a little bit of madness? Or people, when they know something, they react accordingly. But we know we react in a crazy way. That doesn't even make sense. The people you are invited to come and destroy you, they've barely done one good thing for you ever. Ever. Our forefathers will be rolling in their grave. There's the reason why I chose that name. Your own too. All your owns that have lost their lives, their mothers, the ones that have been into slavery, they will be doing the same. They'll say these people are lost. They don't even have a clue. They were the ones that betrayed each other and they lost the land. They lost the control of their sovereignty. And they still want to do more. They still can learn.
For us, they gave you chloroquine. That's what we are talking about.
Good. They gave me chloroquine. But to laugh about it, see, this is a problem. This is nihilistic. And I really...
They also gave us Christianity.
I only wish that we had more minds. Maybe we are incapable of it. I was involved in a conversation today that we are incapable of abstraction. We can't think straight. And they even call it a Zamani mindset that we tend to have. We don't, and we may actually be facing our extinction eventually. Do you know the Europeans were the Aboriginals of Europe were made extinct? The same group that did that are the ones that have colonized you. They have expanded all over the world, and they may eventually do it to us because maybe it's hell bent. It's meant to happen. Maybe our judgment has already been cast. Maybe that's what I'm observing here.
Because we can't see
don't play don't play innocent guy again. The civil war.
Don't allow the guy finish now.
The civil war that happened. Don't forget too that the British actually helped the Nigerian state and co to fight against the Biafran state. Last I checked.
And who is welcoming
I said that here. There's a big shut up.
No, hold on.
Is that what I said? Who is welcoming them now?
Listen to me. So it was not
Is that what I'm saying?
No, calm down. So when
We
you
have
now
not
want
paid
to
for
now
that. We are
say-
No, hold on,
So
Jefferson.
when you now want to now say that, when you now want to now say that, what do you call it? That the fight, I don't know how to explain it, but you cannot deny that we invited external people to help us at the time on the Nigerian side or whatever. But
at what cost? 3 million people.
They have been doing it. Right, that's my point.
Right?
We have been betraying each other.
Sorry, this is not going to help. Jefferson, please. Go ahead. No, stop. Pablo, stop. Let Fofana speak. Fofana, please go ahead.
That's my point. We have been betraying each other for trinkets, for absolutely senseless reason, when the obvious truth is there. This scares me beyond reason. I really don't understand human beings. I've seen other people act rationally, but we are completely irrational. We know we can go to overseas and adopt a foreign nationality and be able to function on that national level. When it comes to our blood that flows through your vein, you are very happy to betray it.
Prophets, you are living on an abandoned property. Have you ever made any move to return that property to the owner, to find the owner?
All right. So just for you to,
all of us are crazy. There's only one man. Prophets, the only
yes,
person that is thinking right.
Some people are more
It does no, not only him. I'm with him. I'm also crazy.
Let me finish what I'm saying, Tony. You see, that property was a property that we lived in when I was younger, and we far long ago moved away from it. However, what that said is an indication of how we have mismanaged our own affairs. And that is what I'm trying to forestall. And our people are very, very reactive. They are never proactive about anything. The other day I came here and I was talking about the hatred that is being perpetuated online. And a lot of people are telling me, why are you talking? Why are you talking? They are waiting, make an election come, and people start getting killed. Secure your country now. They are waiting until invasion comes before they react. What kind of mungu be that?
Did they hold our armed forces like not to do the needful? Did they hold their hands and legs?
You are your armed forces. You are refusing to do the right thing by your own people.
Okay.
Every day. And now, let me finish the point I'm making. See, now, you know what is happening in America today? They are playing it cool. They said they're not going to get involved with Mexicans getting deported. They don't want to get involved. They keep quiet because they don't want to be tagged, oh, they are supporting or they are betraying or nothing. But our people here, they can't even learn that simple lesson and say, you know what, let's just, even if I'm not for this government, but let me just watch this happen. Let me just be self-aware of how I'm going to look if I come out openly and start getting involved in this. Because if America starts bombing Nigeria, you know what is going to happen? So in case people are not aware, a lot of protests are going to start happening. Many Nigerians are going to be cross about it, and you don't even know how far it's going to spin out of control, because that's how Libya started. Before you know it, we are having insurgency in Nigeria now. Imagine if Nigeria is destabilized, what is going to happen to the entire African continent? There is going to be a lot of protests. There's a lot of movement going on. And if they watch this, the Southeast Africa, some of them, some, and like Chim like to say that I'm blaming everybody. Some are on the front for saying America coming, like Chalabi of this is Iraq. What kind of message are you trying to send? This is responsibility that you have to be careful about. Grown-ups, think about the future.
There's also Yoruba. There's also a movement for Yoruba nation.
Why would I always attack opposite?
Just stop.
You have to think. And you can say whatever you like about my Southwestern brother, they think. You are too reactive. You don't think that, okay, this thing that I'm doing now, how am I going to come across later? You don't think, how is these threats that people are facing? Like when I go online, I'm reporting that all these people, I hear a lot of negative things being said about Southeasterners, that this is not good. You see, Abike Dabiri, a kind of retweeting a very negative statement they are making, and everyone like, okay, let's wait, let's pretend as if nothing is happening. How can you keep pretending as if nothing is happening, and you don't see your elder, you don't call your elder to say, oh, can we not talk about this? What is going on here?
All right, forefather, at this point I need to stop you. No. You are taking us away from the topic, and I don't have time to go into that topic. Hold on.
Think a little bit, be more circumspect before you do stuff.
Hold on.
Until they kill everybody, finish. That time would know say we'll make with the team. See what you are saying. Were you not one of those people that's arguing with me when I say we should secure our country? I didn't argue with you that we should secure our country. Don't put that allegation on me.
Stop, Jefferson. Stop. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Hold on. If you guys notice, you've seen that we have done almost getting to 4 hours, and my intention was to stop at 3 hours. But more people have come in, gentlemen and ladies, and I didn't just want to let the show end without them making their comments. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to True Niger, one brain cell, and give him some time to speak, maybe 3 minutes, and then I'll go from him all the way back to forefather.
Tony was here before him.
Who?
Tony hasn't said anything. Tony
has said something. No, Tony. I listened to Tony when I was backstage. I know you're scared. It's okay, OT. I know you're scared.
Tony, you can speak after that.
What you want to talk apart from Palestine?
So, shut up, Jefferson. So, forefathers, I heard everything you said, all right? And I understand that everybody here is frustrated. And I don't think anybody on here really is happy that you will have a foreign entity on your father's land. When all of this started happening 2 days ago, normally I talk to my cousins, my mom's brothers. They actually do have an interest in Nigeria. My friends, that a lot of them born and raised here, but they love Nigeria. Some of them spent time in Nigeria, came back. And we usually send texts and we converse, try to remember, keep ourselves abreast of what's going on there. But this time, surprisingly, I can show you my phone. Now, I mean, usually, yes, it's me that has the most interest, but this time nobody said one thing. Not one thing, not one text. Everybody text or call, they talking about something else. You know what that tells me? They don't give a fuck anymore. Don't even pardon my French. They don't care. They don't care. And I'll tell you something.
Please watch the language, please. Thank you.
Right. And I'll tell you something. It's not that they don't care in the sense that they're going to be happy to what happens to Nigeria. I think it's more of disappointment. I think it's more of a disappointment that Nigerians are actually willing to let a foreign body that we grew up knowing how they are into their own country. If I was not Nigerian, and I'll say if I was a strictly Black American and I never met Nigerians and I heard everything that was going on, and I went online, because I'm seeing what my partners are saying on Twitter, looking at the ones that love geopolitics. and I saw what Nigerians were doing, I will never, ever be friends with any of y'all. Never, because you guys have just proven to be a very, very untrustworthy bunch of people. You've shown that you have no loyalty. You're willing to sell out your own country, your own brothers, for people that not too long ago enslaved you. They dragged you they still do it till today. They're the main reasons why your country is not developed. They're the main reasons why Nigeria is not developed. If they saw you on the street right now walking and they called you, huh? What's not true?
Enjoy, they talk rubbish for you.
All right, I get it. I listen, let me finish. I know you guys are brainwashed. I'm not here to play the stupid games. And I'm not here to play the unnecessary dumb games with y'all. I'm not here to do that. You want to come here? I don't even talk to you, Jefferson. Just shut up. These are people that are responsible for Africa being where it is. Now, I do understand that the government has played its part in Nigeria being what it is, not just Nigeria, but Africa. We get that. But you guys are actually willing to be enslaved a second freaking time. That says a lot about you guys' mentality. That says a lot about the kind of people you are. Shut up.
Your mentality.
Be quiet. I'm not talking to you.
KJ, come on. Don't allow Jefferson to disturb the show, please.
They speak out of trauma, most of it.
All right,
Jefferson, you guys are pretty ignorant.
I don't want to take anybody out, please.
Your country is about to be enslaved a second time. We do understand. I'm not saying defend the corrupt kleptomaniacs that are ruining the country. I come here day in, day out, complain about the fact that people have no roofs. I know how much I've spent in that freaking country. Are we supposed to come here to boast? To try to help people out there. You guys are going with people. None of these guys are Christians. If they really care about Christians, the Gazans were the first freaking Christians on the planet. But they are actually selling bombs to the Gazans and the Palestinians to kill Jesus' own people.
Okay, here's what I said. Please.
No, let me finish. Please, let me finish.
If you use the foul language again, I'll take you out.
I said freaking. What was foul language about that? I know you're not happy about what I'm saying.
Language.
I said freaking. It's not a foul language. I know you're uncomfortable about what I'm saying.
No, I'm not uncomfortable.
Right here yesterday, I'm not getting in an argument with you, KJ. Is it okay if I continue?
Yes, continue.
Thank you. Right here yesterday, I was telling people that, listen, Bill Maher, for example, is a Zionist atheist. President Trump himself has told people that he's not a Christian. He said it on his campaign trail. I've brought the videos here for you guys to watch. Even you were still denying it. You saw it and heard it with your own ears. No, now all of a sudden, these same people that are encouraging the destruction of the original Christians, guess what? If Jesus was alive, he would be living in Gaza because he was born in Bethlehem, which is in the West Bank. He's from Nazareth, which is next to Haifa. So if Jesus was alive, they would have blown him up, and you African Christians would have been supporting him, because a lot of y'all, most of y'all Christians that proclaim to be Christians, which I don't think you guys are Christians, but that is your own problem. Most of y'all we claim to be Christian because we've been brainwashed by the white man. You were arguing on here with me yesterday. You guys would have been praising Jesus being killed. So forefathers, when I started off before I trailed off and I got upset, you keep talking about security. You say, well, we need security. We don't. What security? Bombs? You want the United States, and I always tell you this, you want the United States, you want us to sell you bombs so that you can defend yourself against us? It's not happening. Maybe the security you need is to take care of your people, feed them, like I always say, educate them, give them social welfare, give them dignity to live, so that nobody will have the excuse to be able to come into your country to destroy it. And
that is the point. That is the point. That is the point. Forefathers doesn't want to accept that.
And if someone wants to try to come into your country to attack it, people will be willing to die for that country. You guys don't even get it. You don't know your head from your freaking toes.
Okay. Thank you so much for your contribution.
I are too infatuated. They don't infatuate or finish. So loyalty no finish.
I've given you time to be able to express yourself, and that is. Let me go to Mr. Ike. Ike, go ahead. Ike, you're muted.
Am I audible now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
It has all been ranting, Everybody has been, emotions have been running high, But I just want to say that I'm proud to be an Igbo man. And anywhere that I am, I'm always proud to be an Igbo man. It doesn't matter what anybody says or feels. Because an Igbo man is a special species. And I can say it anywhere. And I'm proud to be one. Nigeria belongs to all of us. If we want it to be good, we do it. If you don't want it to be good, it's all good also. So nobody is more Nigerian than anybody. Nobody is more Nigerian than anybody. The same blood that runs in your vein is the same blood that runs in my vein. The same Nigerian you claim to be is who I am also. And also, I have the right to say I'm not a Nigerian. You can't do nothing about that. The point remains that if you are afraid of people trying to come and put your house in order for you, it is your right to put your house in order. You don't expect me to come and sweep your bedroom for you. But if you allow somebody else to come and sweep it for you, it is all good also. So all this patriotism, all this you are not a true Nigerian, all these people who hear you say that you are Nigerian, people who hear you say what you are saying, you are calling for countries to come and invade your country. It is a misconception of your understanding, because nobody is calling anybody to invade nobody. Nobody is saying that the American soldiers should put their foot on Nigeria. No. That's not what it is all about. But what we are saying, it is the only way that this illegitimate government that you have in Nigeria will be able to do something, because they know what is going on in Nigeria. They know the people that are doing it. They know they are among them. They are part of it. The politicians, all of them are involved. Those in the National Assembly, those in the federal cabinet, all of them, all the whole politicians, they are all involved. They know themselves. And they are not ready to stop it, because they are gaining, because that's where they make their money. They're using the innocent blood of Nigerians to, for their political gains. I said it here yesterday, when the last one that happened in Benue State happened. Emiloko went to Benue State, but he never got to the place where the killing went. What was the reason? Because there was flood. That's your president. He went with Babariga. He was supposed to be in camouflage uniform, because he's the commander-in-chief of the other Nigerian forces. But he went with Babariga and he couldn't go. Why do we have flood on the road? We didn't have a government in Benue State. Or if it is a federal road, why should that road be flooded? So all this cry of, I've always said that no man can give life. And I pray that nothing will make me to cost the life of anybody. But those who are enjoying it, that innocent Nigerians are being killed every day, and we are playing politics with it. We are saying, "Oh no, it is not a Christian. It is not a Christian genocide. Oh no, it is not a Muslim genocide. No, it is insecurity in Nigeria. Muslims are being killed. Christians are being killed. Yes, we know. But who are the people killing the people that are being killed? Are you bold enough to call the name of the people that are killing the people that are being killed? That's the point. Who are killing those people?
That's the point. Thank you.
Including the Muslims and the Christians.
Round up, sir.
Sorry?
No, round up, sir. If you can round up, I'll be happy.
You give people time here to some of them speak to more than 15 minutes. Why my own is about 2-3 minutes? What's the problem?
Okay, sorry. Just think of rounding up. Thank you.
So what am I trying to say? I don't want the life of any innocent person to be thrown away just like that. But we should recognize the genesis and the causes and the people that are killing the people that are being killed in Nigeria. They are our problem. When you say the Boko Haram, or you say whatever you call them, they are the people that are killing people. And we should also recognize that. But the political elite in Nigeria are the same people that are protecting the same people, all in the name of religion. So what are you talking about?
Can I ask a question?
Wait, let me finish because I don't need any question from nobody. I'm not ready to answer no question. The villages that are being destroyed in Benue State, in Plateau State, those places are Christian villages and towns. And when they do it, they take it over. And they institute their religion. They institute their tradition. They institute their culture in those states. What is that called? What do you call that? When you drive away the originals of the land and take over the land and force them to believe in your culture and in your religion, in whatever practice you practice. What do you call that? So I do not want to know anybody who is trying to say, oh, you're calling Nigeria, you're a Nigerian, you're saying those people will come to, you're calling foreigners to come and destroy you. Nobody is calling any foreigner to come and destroy your country. Do the right thing. If you do the right thing, we wouldn't be here talking about this. If the government you have in Nigeria could do the right thing, none of us would be here talking about Trump saying that he's going to come to bomb Nigeria. But because you have a failed government who doesn't value human life, who doesn't value the life of Nigerians, because our life is not important to the government. What is important is themselves and their cronies, and how to grab the national weight for themselves and their cronies. That's all what is important to them. So I do not have sympathy for this government in any way. If they cannot be able to fight the insecurity in Nigeria, let somebody else do it for them. And I think if they do it for them, it will be better for all of us. So that you yourself can go home peacefully and move around as a Nigerian.
Thank you, Mr. Ike. Thank you so much. All right, Tony.
Yeah, it's saddening for me to hear some of the comments here regarding the challenge that we have. You know, many years ago, if you went to the United States to school, you are regarded as someone who didn't do well. You didn't pass your WAEC. If you went to university and came back home to Nigeria, you are not as regarded as someone who went to Europe. But today, you know, it's changed. What we are seeing, like Chinua Achebe once wrote, there was a country. If you look at all our national assets today, whether it's NEPA, whether it's NITO, Nigerian Airways, Railway, you can name them that we inherited. All of them moribund. Moribund. You can't manage them. You can't manage power. It has become rocket science for us to even get to do electricity. And yet this was what was done in the 60s. Then we didn't even have this kind of technology that we have today. You can't count yourself. You can't do census. Absolutely nothing. Your schools, your universities were highly rated today. You know, they're about 800. The first university that you see in the rating is between 800 and 800 and something. Your hospitals they are moribund. So you have to ask yourself a question. The way people look at you and consider you as a country is a reflection of what you have done to yourself. This is a government of kakistocrats. The least of us are the ones governing us. And so when people begin to poke, fingers into your nose, you should be ashamed of yourself and not be blaming them. Nothing works. Our best are out of the country. So when you begin to blame Oyiboma, America was colonized by Britain. They are still great friends. They are still great friends. So all this thing about conspiracy, about the Oyiboma causing a problem and so on and so forth. I mean, why is it just your country that conspiracy exists?
Lame excuse.
Why is it just your country?
Is the whole of Africa.
How have the other countries that also experience the same thing?
America run British economy. I dare anybody to debate me on that.
Sorry, if you guys don't mind, just let
America control British economy to today 100%.
What are you talking about?
They are also
Can you let me finish? Can you let me finish? Britain colonized America. They are still great friends. Whether this one control or that one control, that's irrelevant.
The partners.
Yes. So the point I'm making is this thing of putting the cart before the horse. For me, it's incongruous. I can't understand it. That you see clearly that you are not doing well. That you should be ashamed of yourself as a country. That is if there is a country at all. And you keep pointing fingers at, oh, they did this to us 20 years ago. They did this to us 100 years ago. And that has been the same story all over, and it will be the same story until thy kingdom come. I think we should be ashamed of ourselves. We should grow up at 65. You're still behaving like you haven't even started at all. We did this to ourselves with respect to the threat that we have. And we have to accept it, that we did this to ourselves. It has never happened. And no country has threatened Nigeria like we have today. None. And yet, I just said that when Buhari went to America in 2018, one of the things that Trump told him is this same problem. Look into it. Do something about this. You did nothing. Now you are dragging the whole country to this mud and so on, and you're saying, they will bomb this, they will bomb that, they will bomb that, they bomb that. Okay, even with this threat, what has the government done? It's denialism. Oh, we listen to them and you see, grandstanding and so on and so forth, as if you come to a confrontation with America, you're going to defeat America. You cannot come to say, yes, we blew it, we made a mistake, but give us some time, we're going to address this situation and so on and so forth. There's the problem with communication. The people who speak for us are not trained, they don't have the language. Communication is a profession. People are trained to say things. Look at the coup, the issue of the coup. Look at what's happening. Very shameful. Look at what's going on. And you say this is a country?
It's not.
I think we should tell ourselves the truth. You come to a point, if you are a father and you do this kind of a thing in your family will crumble.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Let's run on. Jagun.
No, it's my turn now. It's my turn.
KJ, I've been on enough. Can I just have a few minutes to speak, please?
No,
Bro, KJ, which one now? Which one?
Yeah, Jagun,
I've listened to everybody.
Let me just have my say.
Hold on, guys.
Yeah.
Coverage have been coming off and on, so let's just defer to him. give us your listing before you go off again. You have 3 minutes.
Is that myself you're talking?
No, comrade. Hold on. Yes.
Okay. Brody, thank you very much. Jago, thank you for considering. You see, even before America made the move, this was how Nigerians were busy trading blames on online. Instead of hitting the nail on the head, they were busy trying to put ethnic, religious coloration to the genocide that is taking place in Nigeria. If you ask them there's genocide, they will tell you yes, there is genocide. They will differ when it comes to whether it is Christian, Muslim, ethnic, or whatever genocide. So it has been bad, you know. Instead of thinking of how to stop the killing, the wasting of people's life is sacrosanct. None of us can create a life here. Life is not meant to be taken just like that. And the primary responsibility of any government is security of lives and property. If you cannot do that, no matter the amount of bridges and overhead the road you construct, the coastal road you construct, is a nullity. You know, so this has been the problem. Now that foreign interest is coming to Nigeria, we are still busy debating whether they should come or they should not come. When people just sit down to think out of the figment of their imagination, I think sometimes they think they have monopoly of knowledge. Until they open their mouth to see, you see them spew nonsense. I wasn't here what somebody made. I made mention of Rosa Parks and the one Martin Luther King did earlier in America. My brother Ovre came back to make reference to that. I don't need a TB Joshua to tell me he was referring to me. When somebody, you came here, you were talking about people need a deliverance from mental slavery. If there's anybody on this planet, on this forum right now, that needs deliverance from mental slavery, he's a man supporting a puppet like Okpebolo who cannot differentiate his right from his left. A man who came on national television on the campaign podium to tell Nigerians that he would appear a federal road for 10 billion, he would build federal government 40 billion. He wasn't joking. He didn't know he was committing he didn't see anything wrong in it. So you are here supporting a moronic and a basilic leader, a puppet that decided to sign off his state without knowing the implication, and you are blaming Western nation. You are blaming Donald Trump. You are blaming colonialism and new colonialism. And you are here telling all people to deliver themselves from mental slavery. If there's anybody that has mental slavery, it's somebody that is supporting here in Western nation, supporting a puppet in Nigeria that cannot even write his name. In my local school, I attended a local school. I wasn't that privileged to attend the government school. At least before you nominate a class monitor, that class monitor must be able to write the names of class noise makers. Okpebolo cannot write the names of those people. He cannot spell the name of indigenous those people. Somebody that cannot pronounce budget, you are here supporting such a puppet, and you turn around to blame colonialism, new colonialism. You're trying to lecture us as if you know more than everybody here. Shame on one of us that see the truth and bend the man because of the crumbs and the peanuts you are getting from APC and Okpebolo. I rest my case. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Okpebolo, when it gets your turn, you may want to respond. You have the right to respond.
Yeah, I want to make an announcement. Issue coming up. Regarding this topic, there's a show coming up after this. I think this is already 4 hours, if I'm not mistaken. So there should be another one coming up after this one. So I've already put it up in about 20 minutes time or so. So you are aware.
Oh, Father, I don't like this. It doesn't look nice now. You would have just told me. You have my back channel. You could have told me this. There's no, this is not nice. What is not nice? Not nice. You say it's not nice. You apologize.
No, I agree with you on that. I think maybe I should have said it because normally you know how Adama comes on the panel and let us know the issue after. That's what I'm just doing.
And what
should have said it backstage.
Yeah, that was rude. That was rude of you, forefather. Just to add this, Okpebolo is not different from Tinubu.
They already settled it. It's okay. Let's move on.
At the federal level, at the state.
You just attacking the concept. Can I do the point?
We attack you.
Attack you. Okay, guys. Let's move on. Yes.
Let me quickly summarize. I want to say something, and really, Our people should be ashamed of themselves. You know, for the past 1 year, we've been here. We've been fighting ourselves. People have been called names that's about genocide in Gaza. Our people, Gaza, a place you cannot even live in, and you'll be a second-class citizen. Our people, you know what's wrong with us? What are we? Is something wrong with us? For 1 year and a half, people were genocide, South Africa, South Africa calling genocide in Gaza, genocide. If you speak, they'll say, "Oh no, because you're a Christian, you won't recognize genocide in Gaza." I've been saying there's genocide going in Nigeria, there's genocide going in Sudan. Nobody wants to, even now. Our people are shameless not to talk about the genocide going on in Nigeria. All they want to be fixated is whether the genocide is Christian or ethnic.
No,
even the people that is happening in their own village.
Palestine.
Are we not ashamed of ourselves? Like, do we see ourselves so low that when it's our own, when our own people are dying, we don't want to say anything about it? Like, is it because it's more fancy to talk with CNN or genocide in Gaza and Al Jazeera? Everybody knows what happened this week in Sudan, but if you've been listening, almost a whole village was put down. They were just mowed down. This is what's been going on. The same number of folks that were exterminated in Gaza by one, and they were fighting. There's no war in Nigeria. People in Gaza went into Israel and decided to commit atrocities.
Hold on 1 second. You
Hold
know
on,
that
no, you have to wait. Let me finish.
I understand. No, me and you're not beefing. We're not beefing.
But let me finish. I'm not. Look, I'm being respectful to you. You know, we passed that stage already. What I'm saying is that people from Gaza went to Israel and murdered people. Israel went back to fight back, and we've been calling Israel out. People are sitting in their homes and in their farms in Benue, in Plateau, and folks are just coming to just exterminate them. And we're busy discussing whether it's a foreign country coming in to help them out, whether it's Christian. We should be ashamed of ourselves. And I want to say something, and people should better get that in their skull. Many of us are dual citizens. And when you go to become a citizen of a country, you actually do take an oath, okay? Many of your children have taken oaths if you live in the West. All these ungrateful people living in the West and calling, because the West gives you the freedom to just say anything bad about them. Go live in Saudi Arabia and say something bad. Go and live in Dubai. Is it not the same people that are exterminating people in Sudan? Go there and live and call the crown prince a name. And you're here calling Trump any name. You probably live in the United States. You've taken an oath to be a citizen of the United States, to defend the United States. And then you're saying they are coming to your country, we will go and fight against them. This country is too kind to people like you. If you're a dual citizen, you actually do. Nigeria allows people to be dual citizens. You know, so
you want to clarify what you're talking about, because I didn't take no oath and I'm not a dual citizen.
No, when you're a dual citizen, you have a right to defend United States if you want to. Okay? And nobody should be ashamed of saying.
So you're talking about somebody else, not me.
No, I'm not talking about you, man. How can I talk about you, man? No. I'm talking, I've not been having any back and forth. I'm talking generally. Nigerians are being, especially diaspora Nigerians, are being called out as being unpatriotic. No. They could be patriotic to United States. What's the problem with that? I'll tell you, when I was living in Nigeria, I was a second-class citizen in Nigeria. I'm a star here, I'm a hero. This country has given me more opportunities in the United States than Nigeria ever gave me. If I go to take a job in Nigeria, they'll say it's Omoibo.
Exactly.
And I'll see people who are much lower than me, people who can smell my feet, and they will be taking the same jobs. That's why Nigeria is in the shape where it is. We have, it says, what do you call it, kakistocrats. These are people who should be raising our cows, or who should be in our farms, or people who should be washing our clothes. And then they are our leaders. Are we not ashamed of ourselves? And I'm coming here, if a country has given me, why shouldn't I support the United States to succeed? What's the problem? You think my children are going to ever think they are Nigerians? Or your own children, if you live in the West? They're Americans. They could be the president of the United States. Obama's dad, was he not Kenyan? Did Obama not destroy Africa? It was his interest. So please don't gaslight anybody. You decide, if you've taken an oath, you can decide, I can decide to go and take up arms against Nigeria. There's no problem with that. And if I decide to go to Nigeria, and if you decide to take up arms against the United States, they'll take away your citizenship and they can lock you up. And if you like Nigeria too much, anybody, I'm not talking about anybody in particular, go back to Nigeria, forefathers, go back to the creeks. They are waiting for you, your boys. They are waiting for you in the creeks. Go there, and when we come there, we'll get you.
Your brothers are knowing who they
All
are.
right, thank you so much. Thank
They
you.
are.
Hold
But
on,
you
no,
don't know who they are.
no, I don't want that.
About
Jefferson,
external
stop.
influence.
Jefferson, stop, so that we don't get this in. Anyway, I just want to let you know that if you go back to the creek, they'll be waiting for you with big fish, so you can at least have enough pepper soup. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. Tony has spoken, right? Oh,
it's my turn.
Yes, Jagun, please go ahead.
I'm gonna bed, gentlemen. So I wish everyone luck.
It's my turn.
Good night.
Okay, good night, sir. Go ahead, Jagun.
This is a crucial time in all our lives. A crucial time. That's why this conversation is slightly heated and quite impassioned. Speak about Nigeria. We need to know the fact that we are part of this world. There are things afoot in this world that many of us don't really countenance. We don't really understand how the world is working. All we understand is the desperate nature of our country. And that's not sufficient. A poor man would make generally a bad decision as to growth and the growth potential because he's a poor man, he's desperate. So making decisions would be compromised, if not just plain difficult. It is very important for us to somehow bring our head out of the mud that has been given us over the many years. There are people that don't seem to understand what I talk about and my premise. People like OVA who will start writing nonsense in the comment section. When I read it, it's as much as I don't understand him when he speaks, I don't understand him when he writes. Got nothing against OVA at all. But his aspect on how to analyze what's going on, it's all muddy as far as I'm concerned. It doesn't give clarity to any situation he's talking about. Now, I don't want to talk about people writing rubbish in the comment section. That's what it's there for, I suppose. But I am perplexed at the fact that we don't really appreciate where we are and the desperate trouble we could be in going forward. At the time of the 23rd, when the election was stolen, that was a real beginning of our problems, I believe. I don't know whether or not Obi would have done a far better job than Tinubu, but I would have preferred that we gave someone else a chance, because Tinubu, as far as we can see now, is basically of the hierarchy that is Nigeria. There's no difference in Tinubu and Buhari, apart from to say that things are just getting worse. How to stop the rot is what Nigerians' responsibility is, if I'm not being clear. How do we stop the rot? This rot started a long time ago, and it's been allowed to continue. By who? By us. By us. I talk about the stupidity of Nigerians, and we don't seem to recognize that we are always behaving in a last-minute, stupid way, reactionary, as has been said. We don't plan for anything. We can see that there's no plan on the ground that is giving anybody hope. People are running away from the country. People are taking routes, dangerous routes, through the desert, through the sea. Doesn't matter. Just escape Nigeria. People are being killed. There's ID camps, which tells us that there's big displacement going on in the country. We don't recognize what's going on. We just bicker. So much so that somebody like Odi the speech of Odi is that, yes, I care about Nigeria, it's where I'm from. But the fact that I'm in a different country and out of that mayhem satisfies me. And it gives my children an advantage to get on with life. That's where he is. Unfortunately, I'm not in that same position as Odi. I don't see things as Odi sees them, even though we are all in the diaspora here. My understanding, I give thanks that I was brought up in the UK. Reason being, not because what the UK gave me via education or this or that. I could have got that in Nigeria if Nigeria was a sensible place. What I've learned being in Britain is that the viewpoint that I have, that is my advantage being in Britain. Because I can see what's going on right in the devil's basket, and I can see how the devil has operated throughout the world. This gives me license to critique the West, because I know it. I know it. It's not a pretense, because when I turn the light on, the light comes. Because I turn the switch on, it comes. That is not glory for me, because I have a deeper understanding that energy in itself is free. We can, the technology that we have today and the technology that we've had in the past tells us that energy is free. If you read at all, if you look into things at all, just because you're in an advantageous place, you are happy to disown what is truly home. That itself is a disgrace. That itself is a disgrace, because you're willing to flee and forget what pleasure, what wealth you are fleeing from, because we have handled things very poorly. Nigerians, there is a lot wrong with us. There's a lot wrong with us. And I'm here to let us know all the time that the responsibility is ours. You that want to shell the responsibility to somebody else, you are weak, you are cowardly, you're a bastard. Bastard has a meaning. It's not just a swear word. You are a bastard. You are not of your father and your father's father's father. You are not of it. You have seceded from your root. Me, I've never done that. I've never seceded from my root. Why? Because I have wonderful parents who taught me a whole heap. I have to honor them. I have wonderful grandparents. I knew them, all except my grandfather, on my dad's side. I knew them, but I knew what my grandfather did for my dad. This is what I honor. I don't know about the rest of you bastards. I don't know about you people. What do you honor? What is honorable? You want to say that you're a second-class citizen? Well, are you not of your father? You're a second. What the fuck does that mean? You are of your father. This is what you're supposed to be honoring. When you are not being, our man said he's a proud man. That means he's telling you, my father. No, please, please, please. I'm not here to play. You know, all this politeness that we do. Bros. I respect you, my brother.
Children watch this program. Children watch this program.
This is a late night show. It's an adult show. No, it's an adult show. Children can hear. Bros, you're disturbing me.
Okay, on this, I think you don't want to make your conclusion. I'll take it out if you don't want to, because I'm telling you that children watch this program. And
no, it's not that. That's unfair, bro. Are you listening to what I'm saying?
No matter what point you make, you can use a better language.
I agree with you. However, I too am emotive. I too am emotive. Waiting. You're this, bro. You see how you only threatened me to take me out? Why? I'm being as pleasant.
You are the one who came in and gave instruction. You even gave lecture how I should act like a moderator. Now I'm acting like a moderator. You don't want to listen to me again.
Okay, you said it your piece. Can I continue? I'm asking. You're not answering.
I didn't stop you. I only asked you to be mindful of your language.
It's okay. I respect that. You understand? I'm saying to you that my language isn't always poor. However, I'm emotive. I'm emotive.
Look,
my emotion. Let me continue. Please let me continue.
So children listen to this program. Let us be civil about it.
You said that. Please don't repeat. Don't repeat yourself. I've heard you and I respect what you said. Let me continue.
Okay. Thank you.
What it is that understanding the antithesis of the USA in the world today. Understanding this tells us that we should not try and become America's friend. There's an adage, I think it was this guy Kissinger. He said, to be an enemy of America is bad. To be a friend of America is worse. That's what he said. And if you understand what that means and the truth within that, you'll begin to realize the kind of position that Nigeria is presently in. I've always known that the West is coming for Nigeria one way or the other. It is now here when we are at that perplexity as to what do we do. Nigeria was there running around Africa, policing Africa, Sierra Leone or Guinea or Liberia or even places like Sudan and all these kind of places. We've been all over the place when our army was strong and we're doing the bidding of the West. Now we haven't done the bidding for ourselves now. It's not strange to you people. It's not strange. It's not strange that we should be the giant of Africa because we are citizens of our land. We don't need America to come in and do anything for us. We don't. But because we are lazy-minded, lazy of spirit, always pointing the finger at each other, telling ourselves that, woe is me, I'm suffering more than everybody else. Rubbish. Any suffering that we put ourselves in is our fault. It's our fault. Nobody of us wants to take responsibility. Ovier doesn't understand what I'm saying. He wants to take position and write rubbish on the comment section when he can say it to me directly. Why can't you say it to me directly?
Okay.
Complete nonsense. My brother, me, Titon. I haven't finished all.
No, you have talked
about. I only debate my ego.
Hold on.
And you're shut up, you fucking idiot. You have no equal. You have no equal. You're the best in the world.
They're trying to defend their paymasters in APC.
You guys are not doing good. You guys are not doing good at all. Please, please. Forefather is waiting there. So keep down. Just load your guns and wait. When forefather starts, you can all go there and shoot it out. But for now, just relax. Let's just quietly end this one. I will beg all of you who have more fights to put up, just relax. Forefather is getting ready. He will just switch over, and then
Can I just ask you guys? Can I just ask you, KJ? Do you think that Nigeria, right now, apart from the survival that we've been fighting for since our independence, do you think that we are fighting for survival right now, or do you think that this is just a normal day?
Let me ask you that. Yeah, I should make comment that I'm a moderator. I should just moderate. I should not speak. So I cannot.
If you have no point of view, it's okay. It's okay, Joe.
Thank you so much.
The lecture.
Thank you. Who next? Because I've forgotten the trend of.
It's you. I saw everybody.
Jefferson. Okay, Jefferson, go ahead.
I'm the one.
I'm asking Jefferson.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
So, is it summary, right? Is it a conclusion, right?
Nah, you could just talk till tomorrow. Just hurry up and summarize.
Hey, I didn't ask you anything. Palestine, Palestine. We go close. If I don't have your time right now. All right, Jagun, I actually understand what you are saying. You spoke extensively. These are one of those cool days that I agree with you. Even not me for the royal rumble, but as I see your beer, I say let me calm down. If not, I for done, But again, anyway, that's the story for another day. But your submission was actually was very, very good, actually. But the ending part, I had issue with it, but it's okay. Everybody is different. So we all said our parts. The truth of the matter, like I said yesterday, is we are human beings first before anything else. We didn't choose where we came from. However, we should be respected. Now, I want to digress a bit and go into our brothers who are in the Islamic world. Even in the Islamic world of today, if we should tell ourselves the truth, some of the things they even hold dear to, they are beginning to rethink about those things and reform them. Yes, in today's world, we need to say whatever they were holding on to, whatever they stand for, they need to have a think about it and do things differently. So if they can do things differently in their own small space, why is it that our Nigerian brothers cannot look at? I'll give a practical example. I have a friend of mine, he's Muslim, he's from Nasarawa State. He was my neighbor in Port Harcourt. He traveled to Egypt, and when he came back, he was crying bitterly. I was like, Kelechi, I don't know it in the way our people. He was like, look, I see the level of agriculture done in Egypt. Now, why can't they do the same thing here? In Egypt, I'm not even talking of any part of the world, just Egypt. He was concerned because he wants things to change. Everybody wants things to change. To be honest with you, there's nobody that loves this issue of fighting or fighting each other. It's actually a construct. But why is it still of concern is that, and again, I want to make this thing clear. To our people who feel that some Igbos or whatever, I don't want to go into that lane, but I'll be forced to. If you look very carefully in the Nigerian project, I'm not saying it because I want to brag, but the Igbo people have given so much to the country, and let me explain how. They have lived in all parts of the country, and they try as much as possible to respect the norms of that place. I'm not saying that all of them are doing 100%. Some have their own issues, don't get me wrong. But they try as much as possible. It's not even about the Igbo cause or anything, but I'm just saying that people are trying to live peacefully and respectfully. Is that hard? So the question is that hard for Nigeria to be able to do for the citizens? That's a very big question mark. Because these things could have been avoided. It could have even been different if, we're getting our acts right within our own space. And then we now see external influence saying, oh, they want to come, we have problem. We will have understood. But this one is a different ball game. Now, We're the ones that I don't really want to stress about how we, but the bottom line is that we are here. We are all human beings, right? And what do I mean? We can think for ourselves, we can reason, we can speak, you can see. All our five senses, everything is working. So what stops us from coming together to think and make things happen for ourselves? What changed, really? Yeah? You know? Because at the end of and then why are we not sincere to ourselves? Because when someone is being killed, no matter where it is something that needs to be addressed.
Okay. Thank you so much, my brother. That will pass this thing over to forefather. Let him
No, I haven't spoken, bro. I was after Jefferson.
I'm not stopping. I'm just saying.
It is forefathers.
Oh, shut up, Jefferson.
All right. Yeah.
Forefathers. You are an Igbo man, who, if you like, deny yourself.
All right. So Jefferson is okay. You already drawn us to sleep. Listen, you said something now, and this was the last thing I just jotted down, about your friend going to Egypt, and then he complained about the lack of farming infrastructure in the north. But now here's the conundrum. When you started off, you first started talking about Islam. And this is the problem. No, you started off talking about Islam. Let's not debate it. We can always rewind it. Hold up.
Sorry, I spoke about it because...
No, forget about it because. Let me just continue. Okay? You did speak about it. That's the point. Whatever the because was, we all heard it. So let me just learn, because you spoke about it, and this is where I say the conundrum is. See, that's a problem when a lot of y'all out of hypocrisy you like to point a finger, forgetting that there's four more pointing at you. You're quick to blame Islam for the lack of proper governance and development in the north. What about the southeast region where it is overwhelmingly Christian? Let me finish. I don't care what Sanusi said. Try not to throw me out. KJ, can you take
Amy, sorry, please get me. I will say this and I will not say anything again.
You're not saying anything. Let me finish, please.
Jefferson, you didn't. Everybody listen to you. Let him talk now. We have gone through this and wait for a forefather.
If I'm wrong, then you can type it or you can wait for me, but I'm not wrong. The bottom line again is you started talking about Islam, comparing it to a lack of development like they have in Egypt. Now I'm telling you, and I know this is where you got uncomfortable. What about the overwhelmingly Christian Southeast? Don't you have bad governance there? So this is what I'm saying about Nigerians. You guys are always quick. You're tribalists. It is inherently in your blood. You're bigoted. Let me finish. Let me finish. I don't care what Sanusi said. I'm going on what you said, sir. Sir, I'm going on what you said. I don't care about Sanusi. I don't know how you guys always conflate issues when discussing. To me, it's either you just can't comprehend properly or you're just being deceptive. So again, it is what you said I'm going based on. So first you said Islam did not have because of Islam, the kind of Islam they practice in the north. And then you compared it, you talk about reforms. Don't look surprised now. It's there for everybody to rewind. These are your words. I was jotting it down the moment you were saying it. So now my point is, without getting thrown off, you guys have to stop the tribalism. You have to stop the bigotry. Stop pointing at other people as if you are faultless. The whole of Nigeria has a problem. You are not any better than anybody else just because of your creed or your faith. Can I please finish? Can I please finish?
I thought you're making your conclusion.
I'm making a conclusion. Your boy kept interrupting me. Please let me finish. It's okay. All right, thank you.
I've been waiting for over 45 minutes now.
All right, well, I think he can wait longer because everybody spoke. But thank you, KJ. So, with regards to something else you guys keep saying, and I'm saying this in the comments, maybe you guys also have, okay, now, Audie, there's something, what I was trying to tell you before I wasn't allowed to speak. You kept talking about the mentioning of Gaza. I don't know how many times I'm going to reiterate the same thing. I bring up Gaza because of the Christians in Gaza. This is the only reason I ever mention Gaza. And I always say, and I don't understand how you guys comprehend issues. I always say, why are people that are supplying bombs to kill the original Christians in Gaza now proclaiming to love the Christians in Black Africa? It is not possible. This is the only reason I brought up Gaza. And why, maybe on Forefather Show, we can move on and say, what is the solution? Because we keep talking about the problems. Let's talk about the way out and what can we do in the long term and the short term.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, KJ.
Can I make my last statement now before we go?
Yes.
I think he has made his statement already now. I've not even said anything that only once. I spoke. Then you spoke.
I'm coming to you, Forefather. Just relax. I've not forgotten you.
But you are holding a new program, Forefather. So what do you want to say? You're going to hold
and in that program, he's going to talk from beginning to the end.
I will have my
He's supposed to be the moderator. He's going to talk from beginning to the end.
Look at that. Look at that.
Look at what? Look at
okay, guys, relax. You have 1 minute because at the time we're more than 4 hours now. I didn't want to get to even 3 hours.
I haven't spoken, KJ.
My God.
We don't have.
Okay, you have to wait and go to the other side and speak.
I just
at least I go respond now, Abba.
If
Okay.
you speak again, I'm going to speak. Whenever you speak, I will try to bamboozle us into that fool's paradise. We'll not go allow it. Those your conspiracy theories will not be allowed to hold tonight.
I'm too intelligent to go against.
Comrade Omori, I greet you.
You are very empty. You think you're intelligent. When you open your mouth, you're actually empty.
What I'm going to do now is I want to keep removing everybody so that you don't have to give responses.
I just want to say, KJ, thank you.
Wow. Go ahead.
Thank you, everybody that were able to be here today, irrespective of our different opinions and ideas on the way forward for our country. We are still brothers, okay? Sometimes it's emotional, sometimes it can be tense, but it's all good, okay? We are only, at the end of the day, we are pursuing one goal. What is the goal? To have a better country called Nigeria. Anyhow it comes, we'll be happy. Okay, so I just want to wish everybody the best of the new week, wherever you are. Remember that love conquers everything. It doesn't matter whatever you do, whatever how you feel, but love conquers everything. Genuine love, not fake love. All right? So thank you, Mr. KJ. God bless you and God bless everybody. Good night and a blessed new week.
KJ, you are muted.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Pablo, please make it 2 minutes. Make it 2 minutes.
Oh, you know me now. You know I'm too smart.
And don't ask anybody questions. Let them just speak out.
I know they are. You know me. I'm too smart and intelligent to be engaging in personality. No, I go straight to issue. You know, just if you go study the history of America, especially when the fight to free the slavery is being, the arguments is being debated. Some of the strong argument example they are giving is a car. Those who want to keep slavery are saying that if you own a car and if you are renting a car, which one will you take care of the most, right? Owning it actually or when you rent it, which one you going to take care of most? So that means You see, either to keep slave and all this lightly, or make you the rent them as work. So, what am I trying to say? The day we were in diaspora, we understand why we're in diaspora. Maybe we're going to know, because it is not your fault. It's not our fault that we are enslaved, but it is your fault if you still don't understand that you are enslaved, because you can never get out of it. You have to understand this first. That's what it means. So all these things, if you like, come the attack person, forget the real issue. It's only make people like Okpabolo they win. Instead of attacking the real issue that brings you to power, the attacker, do this, they go see they win again. It's not about that. Gatsad said in his famous book, Parasitic Mindset, right? I infectious idea, the corrupt common sense. George Orwell say it takes an intellectual to believe some kind of stupid ideas. That's why we see they believe it. So just somebody they try to educate, teach history. you know, if you respond to the history is making you, they attack the personality. He says a lot. Not because we're there abroad, we think we are more special than those who are left. We are left there. No, we are selected, just like slave. We are selected back in the day. Because the same thing we they do. Our one is even worse because we they pay back. Slave doesn't have to pay anything. So until you understand that, then you know that it's better make you day your house or village, no seafood chop, than make you they live for mansion for New York or for Dubai. So here, it's not about me and you. It's about the next generation to come. But since our reasoning, all that we see is just beyond today, that is just the pain that people like Kwame Nkrumah foresaw in 1963 in his speech in Addis Ababa. Go and read it. That the coming of the neo-colonialist will be more dangerous than what their forefather experienced. And it's sad that we are here. Just 1963 here. Yeah, neocons they come. Now them educate us. Now they draft our curriculum. Now they give us the governing system. Until you understand that, all your plan and your future, you will just continue to the fall flat.
Okay.
You're alone in this journey, man.
Thank you so much.
At the end of the day,
no. Come on, don't say anything.
the name of
1 minute, just 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute.
No, 1 minute, no 1 minute. No. Okay,
arrest my case. Arrest my case.
Thank you so much.
Can you relate what you say to the issue at stake? What are we discussing? It's just
I don't
blabbering.
Google your name, but you dey respond. That's intelligence. That
No response. No response. Stop now. Popular stop.
Can you bring that one to bear on the issue, on the topic of discussion? You just blabbing. You're another year of there.
I not talk to you, but you dey respond. That's just between you
okay.
The greatest slave among us is not supporting those puppets.
Yeah, I can have peace now. I just want to tell Pablo that same Kwame Nkrumah you quoted, the same people you quoted whose great grandparents were Pan-Africanists are the ones driving Nigerians from Ghana, okay, and insisting that Nigerians must leave. So whether we like it or whichever way we look at the coin, the center is not holding. So maybe we need to sit down and reconstruct whatever we believe in, okay? And I think everybody has spoken. AY that I thought was going to speak has gone. So I will end the program here. Fofana, you want to say something?
Yeah, I wanted to say something to respond to what they've said. I think part of the comment that Ovie was responding to is like our people, what they've done, especially somebody that was proud of going overseas and swearing oaths. You trade one suffering for a lesser one, as if that should be comforting you. Because basically, you left a true struggle for your freedom and trade it for a cage. That is interesting, isn't it? How people see cage as progress. Because that's what it is. And at the same time, these same people have funded terrorism in Libya, in Syria. We saw it happen, and Al-Qaeda leader is a friend. Saudi Arabia is their friend. Dubai, that is funding the conflict in Sudan, that is killing a lot of black people, is their friend. One of the things I called out yesterday was Muslim leaders in Nigeria. Why don't they owe their own people explanation for what is going on in Sudan? Why don't they call out what is going on in Sudan? Why is Saudi Arabia strategically quiet about what is going on in Sudan? Muslims are being slaughtered. Somehow Trump pretends as if he cares now. You don't know. When you read that tweet, I saw 2 messages there. At the end, he said the Nigerian government better move fast. You don't know what he's asking for the Nigerian government for. Maybe it's to trade you again for less. You don't know. We just fall for everything. These people, the Nigerian government, where do you think they go all the time? They are going to their houses continuously. It's like if this was China that had never done us any harm before, I can understand. Because you can say, okay, give them benefit of that. We don't know whether they mean well or, but we know what these people mean. How is this confusing for us again? These are people that are friends with the Jagaban. They are friends with him. And you are happy that they are coming to your country. What makes you think it's going to end well? The reason why they are not even 30 minutes away from Aso Rock is because of another country, the Niger Republic regime that kicked them out. Not because of Jagaban. Jagaban wanted to do their work. You think he hates Jagaban? Maybe they are asking for something and he hasn't given it to them and they want to shake him up. Tell him to move fast. That's the kind of stuff they do to Iran, they do to Hamas. That's how Trump talks. There's something he wants. And if it is us he wants, we'll happily give it to him. You know our leader, if I was somebody like Tinubu right now, I'll be looking at our fellow Nigerians and say, this one, they will kill me first. Let me give it to him. That is what they will do. And this is why any leader you elect, they keep selling you out. Because Nigerians are already behind him, waiting to kill him. They don't understand what they are doing. They don't understand the game that is being played.
Hopefully, if I can crave your indulgence, I'll ask that you stop so that you can start a new program.
All right. Thank you.
I'll give my sister Ify an opportunity to make a commentary. I'm only giving that because she's a lady and ladies are welcome in this, So please go ahead and make your input before we round up the show.
I don't have no input. Good evening, everybody.
Okay.
Good evening, forefathers. Why are you screaming? Why are you upset?
Because I've never seen a people so happy at their own demise.
So, but let me
and
ask
that is telling of a people.
Okay, so hold on. Do you think if Tinubu is doing well, do you think people will be rejoicing with what is happening? No, let's even talk about it. Do you think the economy is going well? Do you think this issue of insecurity, do you think that all these things people are complaining and talking about every day, do you feel safe to go to Nigeria? Because I don't. And a lot of people here, they don't either. I'm not saying that I'm supporting them. But I heard you from the background. You were screaming that people are rejoicing and, people are talking about America coming to take our resources. Which resources? Is it not this only oil? What else do you people have?
You.
What else do you people have?
They've taken you.
The way you people are making
They've taken all of us. We've been sold like slaves.
The resources you have, tell me what you have benefited from the government. Each and every one of you.
So to double down on it is the solution.
Listen, there is no difference between what is happening in Nigeria and what is happening in Tanzania and what is happening in Niger and all those African countries. There is no difference. So why
what makes you think bombing us is going to improve?
Listen, let me tell you. First of all,
I thought you want to have your program. So let her finish.
To me now. She was referring to me. Come on.
Understand that.
Stop interrupting her. Let her flow.
She was talking to me too. Come on.
You talk too much.
All these jealousy people that cannot even argue with me. They just keep trying to handle my coat, and they can't even hold my coat, and they are still going on. Can you just stop it?
Hold on. Let's not fight. The bottom line: Trump is not going to attack Nigeria. Just understand that. Yep. Trump has diarrhea of the mouth. Trump can open his mouth and say anything. Just tell me what how many things Trump has said, and how many of them has he done? Let's even understand that. Do you know the implication of invading Nigeria? Do you know what it means to the whole of African countries and other European nations? So I wasn't even worried about what he said. But I'm glad that he said that so that Nigerian government will step up, if they will. I understood that Tinubu is going to come into America on Tuesday. Coming to do what?
To sell you, Mumu. People not get sense at all. It's like he's coming to trade you.
No, stop that. Stop that.
What? No, sorry for that. Sorry, I apologize. I take that back. We are not thinking straight. He's going to go and sell you.
No. Forefathers, I'm not going to let you.
Oh my God.
You
guys
I apologize. I apologize for it. I think it's wrong. I apologize, especially to you.
So
if he doesn't deserve that.
It has to take Trump to threaten the Nigerian government for them to do the right thing. But all these years, we've been yelling and screaming and shouting on top of our voice. Whatever happened. Nothing happened. So that's what it took, or it's going to take, for Trump to threaten Nigeria, for Tinubu to fly to come to America on Tuesday, if he will. He hasn't been in this country. I think the last time he came here was 2 years ago, the UN meeting, the one he took about 400 and something people to come here and waste Nigerian resources. So let us understand that Trump is not going to invade Nigeria, regardless of what. It has a very huge implication. Where will he even start? Where will he even start to even throw the bomb if he's going to do that? So I'm not worried about what Trump has diarrhea of the mouth. That's one thing I know for sure. But what I'm asking the Nigerian government, Tinubu and his administration, you're supposed to be protecting the interests of the citizens, but you are not. You are busy talking about 2027. You are busy trying to monopolize Nigeria, just like the way you monopolize Lagos. You are busy trying to make Nigeria a one-party system. You are focusing on the election, but you are not focusing on the interest of the Nigerian people. I haven't seen any Nigerian politician. All of them, they all went silent, including Wike, that talks like Aburu. All of them, including Akpabio. I haven't heard anybody say. Everybody went quiet. I say, fear of Trump is the beginning of wisdom in Nigeria. This is the right time for Nigerians to protest if they want to protest. This is the right time for them to protest.
Okay, thank you. So,
what's his name we call, and the only few people. This is the right time so that Americans will hear us loud and clear to know what we're talking about.
Ify, thank you.
Sorry, Ify, you know why they have not protected? They are waiting for Mr. P to say something.
Don't add again now, bro.
All those politicians you are calling about now, they're waiting for Mr. P to be statement.
Yeah, because if they go there now, they will say that it's P2B. It's P2B that is starting all this, that is saying all
this. Does it even matter? Does it matter if you're a business? What do all over the world? That is the work of opposition. Why are you guys overprotecting P2B? Let it come out with the full chest. Do you know how many people, millions of people behind Obi? They cannot touch Obi and go free. They cannot touch Obi, except he doesn't know what you have behind him. Man.
Okay, guys. Listen. Forefather is sitting by and is going to take over. So there's no need to put all our energy out here. I've been sitting on this desk since 1 o'clock, 12:30, because the time has shifted, and it's almost 9 o'clock right here now. So it's a lot of work for me. I have exhausted my energy and my patience also, but because of the love of Ify, that's why I gave her the opportunity to speak. Right now, I have AY behind. I'm not going to bring him in because he himself gets okra mouth. So let him stay there and carry his okra mouth too.
That's another marginalization. AY will protect.
Yes, I agree. AY is my friend. I'm marginalizing him.
I will follow where I want to carry placard.
It's nice to see you.
Marginalization of my people. That's your best protest.
I agree. Marginalizing, make it go. All right, so having said that, I want to say something for further side, which I will do it. And I'm not going to ask for further input. I'm just going to say it. For further, you keep saying that we don't know what the Nigerian government or what Tinubu is trading. What do we even know that they've been trading before this time? You have an oil company. Hold on, Dangote fuel factory is even importing. It's importing crude oil to run its own factory that's in Lagos. that means that all our crude oil have been given away. So people are cutting it away. What is there left to trade except to
We don't even have oil no more, from what I understood. We don't have anything left in that country. Nigeria has been sold.
They are trading everything. They are trading, everything that we have. So nothing is left. The gold that we say it's in the north. People are farming it. Private citizens are farming it. Okay? The Chinese are farming it. You say you don't know about the Chinese. I want to tell about the Chinese. The Chinese come to your land. They have the equipment to determine whether there's this thing that they build their factory around that place, and they are mining in the place you don't even know. And I'm not saying I'm talking about story. I'm talking about Okay. I'm just telling you that all of them come with their own baggage. You have to choose the poison with the minimum distance that will at least give you some time before you die. That's what we are doing here in Africa, because our leaders have failed to take position and do what they need to do. Look at it. What are they not trading? Because even the one they didn't trade, they carry the money and go and buy houses in Florida, and say it's their in-law that gave them the house. Meanwhile, their in-law gave them the house and their children are American citizens, but they are Nigerians. So these are these things. You see a minister driving a Rolls Royce in Abuja, and you ask the minister, how come you are driving a Rolls Royce? You say, so what? So, and nobody is able to ask them any question. So, forefather, I would prefer to trade the life of 50,000 people for the mineral in the ground without a betting an eye. That's my position. Okay? And if they were being clever, they would have taken care of this thing since we are talking about it. It didn't start today.
In other words, you said they are willing to trade our people, that trade us into a cage, but to save 50,000 people.
This discussion got to come to an end. Okay? This discussion got to come to an end. Thank you so much, each and every one of you. You have been so powerful and so, I totally enjoyed the discussion. It went very peacefully and very timely also. Probably you can laugh or go and wait for forefather. All right, that's the discussion for today. We have been trying to, look at all angles. Both those of you who agree with our position that Nigeria should do better and that we waited too long and now we're having foreign intervention, or those who say the foreign intervention shouldn't come at all because the people in the community should take care of it, and no matter what it is. And whether you are on the whichever side of the divide that you are in, we agree with what you are saying. All we are trying to do here is to make sure that people's lives are no longer being lost. That we cannot continuously, as a nation, be losing 35 people every day, and we say we are going to think about, whether we should consider or not. Life is more precious than any other thing you can think about on earth. Once you don't have life, you have nothing to talk about. You can't change the person. You can't bring back that person any longer. It's total waste. And I think that we have wasted lives enough. I think that it's time for the government to move. I think there's a time for all of us to put our hands on the deck and make sure that every one life matters. And yes, that's the end of the broadcast today. I am saying also that forefather is going to standing by. For those of you who still have energy to continue, please wait for forefather. He's going to take it to maybe 12 or more time. But I'm also going to say that Nnamdi Kanu will be going to court on Tuesday. Tomorrow we are putting together a package which will look at where what Nnamdi Kanu is saying and what the Nigerian justice system is saying. Nnamdi Kanu has sued the government with a fresh summons, which will also be heard on Tuesday. We will try and lay out what that entails before that Tuesday. Having said that, I want to thank everyone. I want to also say that we have been almost 250 people on this broadcast, but right now we have come down to almost 198. So I would appreciate it if all of you can go and just click the like button, share it. When you click the like button, Facebook, YouTube is allowed to now post it to many more people, and Facebook will do the same also. Please go like it, share it, subscribe. It is free. It is free. Imagine all of us sitting here since 12 noon until this point, and you can't even just do us the favor of just clicking. Click so that people can come on and come in, and we will meet and discuss this time again next weekend. Until then, God bless you all, and God bless Nigeria. And God bless the United States of America for agreeing to even go help us save the lives of our brothers and our sisters, be they in the north, in the south, in the middle belt, in the east, or in the west. Life is sacrosanct, and I think America understands that much more than we do. So let them help us out. Thank you so much. And, today I usually would like to leave my uncle to speak, but today I will not like my uncle to speak. I will just let my uncle go to sleep, and I will let this young girl give us.
Chukuna malugo yo biadi ocha Agaranya chogo kowe bili Agaranya chogo kowe rienio Owe chuku bezie chuku Nuche chukwa busigi fegemeo Nuche chukwa busia ifegemeo Nifo solo ne asi alibazie